Welcome back to Flourish with Ilyana. In today's episode, we'll explore how to work smarter, not harder, and discover the strategies that truly boost productivity and success. I'm your mind coach, and in this lesson, I want to share with you a powerful story about focus, knowledge, and the true meaning of working smarter, not harder. We've all heard the saying, work smarter, not harder, but how do we actually do that in real life? A few years ago, I visited an old factory that once produced thousands of machines every week. It was a massive, noisy place filled with energy and movement. But one day, something unexpected happened. The entire factory stopped. Every machine went silent, the lights dimmed, and production froze. The engineers rushed around in panic, checking every switch, wire, and control panel, but nothing worked. Hours passed, and they still couldn't find the problem. Finally, the factory owner called a retired engineer who had worked there 20 years earlier. When the old man arrived, he didn't panic or rush. He simply observed quietly, walking through the silent factory and listening carefully. After a few minutes, he walked into the large control room filled with hundreds of buttons and levers. Reaching into his pocket, he pulled out a small golden key, inserted it into a single switch that everyone else had overlooked, and turned it gently. In an instant, the entire factory came alive again. The lights flashed, the machines roared back to life, and the workers cheered in relief and excitement. The owner was amazed and asked the engineer, "How much do I owe you?" The old man replied calmly, "That will be $10,000. Shocked, the owner said, "$10,000? For turning one key? That's ridiculous. I need an itemized bill." The engineer smiled, took out a piece of paper, and wrote, "Turning the key, $1. Knowing which key to turn, $9,999. The owner laughed, nodded in understanding, and immediately wrote the check. The lesson here isn't about the key, it's about wisdom. It's about knowing where to focus your time, energy, and attention. In life, we all have the same 24 hours, the same 86,400 seconds each day, but what separates the average from the extraordinary isn't how hard they work, it's how smartly they focus. Out of everything we do in a day, only a small portion truly matters. According to the Pareto principle, or the 80-20th rule, 20% of your actions produce 80% of your results. Most people stay busy, but not effective. They try to do everything instead of focusing on the few things that actually create progress. Success doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing what matters most. So, ask yourself daily, what's the one key I can turn today that will unlock the biggest result? And, what's one thing I can stop doing that's wasting my time and energy? The most successful people don't just have a to-do list, they also have a not-to-do list. They understand that saying no to the wrong things allows them to say yes to the right ones. Because when everything becomes important, nothing really is. My challenge for you is simple. Write down one thing you'll stop doing today. Maybe it's overthinking, saying yes too quickly, or wasting time on distractions. Whatever it is, remove it and replace it with focus. Remember, success isn't about turning every key, it's about finding the right key and turning it with purpose. You don't need to do more, you just need to do what matters most.